I broken? It's amazing how one day someone walks into your life. Am I flawed? And you can't remember how you ever lived without them.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at how modern women express themselves about men and, most interestingly, how they try to turn their personal problems into men's responsibility. Because, of course, when something doesn't go their way, there's always someone else to blame. Give us a like, it's free. Don't forget to subscribe. We're aiming for 150,000 subscribers, and we'll bring you the best stories. Share some of your wisdom in the comments. Let's get started.
I am going to save you years of your life by teaching you a lesson that took me years to learn. We only accept the love that we think we deserve. So if somebody is treating you a certain way that you don't like and is perpetually disrespecting you and doing things to you that you wouldn't do to them, it's only happening because you're allowing it to happen in your life. Because people who demand respect, no matter what they feel towards a person, if that other person isn't respecting them in a way that they expect to be treated, they simply remove that person out of your life. No hard feelings. They have the sharpest scissors, and they will use those scissors to cut anything that's causing them chaos in their lives. Like if you're with somebody that's emotionally unavailable for you, that's weird because I'm emotionally available to myself. I validate my own feelings and you can't validate my feelings. Ugh, ew, remove, cut, sharp scissors. And that is true standards at work because your standards are actually how you treat yourself. And you wouldn't allow any less than from anybody else. So the only reason you're experiencing these things is because you think you deserve it. Love is not enough. It's not about feelings anymore, no matter what you feel towards that person. If they are not meeting the standards that you have for yourself and your own treatment towards yourself, cut. Use those scissors.
Hey, bro. What? Oh, my God!
If this is supposed to save me a year of my life, brothers, I feel scammed. How many times have we heard women talk about what they think they deserve? Yet they always end up chasing the 666 of the apocalypse. The man who's 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures, and has a six-pack. This Chad is the one who drives them crazy, takes them on an emotional roller coaster, and in the end, leaves them behind when he gets bored. But everything changes when they hit the wall. In their 30s, the perfect man they think they deserve never shows up. That's when they get a reality check and start lowering their standards. Because the truth is simple, not every woman deserves a man from the top 10%. But until age and the market teach them that lesson, they keep believing they're the exception.
If your man is jealous and constantly paranoid that you're going to cheat or whatever, it's because he knows he's not good enough for you. Think about it. If he was treating you perfectly, why would you have a reason to look elsewhere? I had this epiphany when I met my husband because my husband's never checked my phone or interrogated me, asked me a million questions, or, went through my social media, who you following, who follows you, all that kind of bullshit. He's never said any little jealous remarks to make me feel bad about myself or, told me I couldn't go out with my girls or go on a bachelorette trip. Like, he just isn't that way. And what makes him different than everyone else I've ever been with is that he treats me like a freaking queen and worships the ground I walk on. And he knows that he's the best person for me. Why would he worry that I'm going to go find that elsewhere when I'm already so happy at home? The other reason people are usually paranoid is because they're the ones doing something. My ex was so paranoid about every little thing that I did that he actually hid cameras in our apartment and put a tracker on my car, and he never found anything because I wasn't doing anything. Turns out he was the one lying and living a complete double life behind my back. And so really the paranoia is because he assumed that everyone was like him.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's a difference between being a confident man and being a simp who worships the ground his woman walks on. I agree that cheaters tend to be controlling, but that doesn't mean a man should say yes to everything out of fear of losing his partner. If she wants to go on trips with her friends, come home late every night, and do whatever she wants without limits, you're not in a relationship. You're competing for her attention. Don't be the jealous control freak, but don't be the nice guy who gets walked all over either. A man with options never lives in fear of losing his partner.
So I want to make a point because very often women in relationships will feel like it's wrong for men to like other women's pictures, and then men will claim to not understand why. So first of all, a lot of women feel like their partner doesn't notice any of the changes that they make to their appearance. So they don't notice if they cut their hair. They don't notice if they dye their hair. They don't appreciate a new outfit, and they don't say anything when she gets all dressed up. And we've been told that we shouldn't take that personally because men just don't care about that stuff in the same way that we do. So we're supposed to just brush it off when we ask if they like our new jeans, and they say that they don't notice a difference because they look just like the old ones. And we're supposed to just deal with it when they don't tell us we look pretty, even though we spent hours trying to look pretty for them. However, some of you seem to acquire an intense eye for detail when it comes to looking at a woman other than the one who loves you. You seem to notice that Stephanie from high school is looking better in her bikini, but you don't notice that your girlfriend is working hard at the gym. Maybe you write a comment to Stephanie to tell her she's beautiful, but you haven't told your partner that she's beautiful in 3 years and 7 days. And trust me, you wouldn't like it if she was lusting over random men on the internet either, but you don't have to feel the way that she does because she has enough respect for you not to do it. She feels like you're comparing her to a standard of beauty that's completely unattainable. She doesn't have a professional photographer or a filter, and she doesn't get to pose in front of palm trees because you take her to KFC for date night instead of Hawaii. So you're liking filtered bodies she can't compete with when the reality of her body is stretch marks from carrying your kids and not enough time for herself because of the time she spends on you. So this isn't exactly hard to figure out. You could tell your partner she's beautiful in the time that it takes to like a stranger's picture, and yet you choose to spend that time on someone else.
This woman is right about one thing. A man's currency toward a woman is his attention. Women are addicted to attention. That's why Instagram is the perfect trap for them. And for that exact reason, the last thing a woman wants to share is her man's attention. Dale Carnegie said, "Praise the slightest improvement and every improvement. Be warm in your approval and lavish in your praise." The most beautiful sound for a woman is hearing a compliment from the man she loves. But the same applies to men. How many of these women actually tell their husbands that they find them attractive, that they admire them, that they appreciate them? They want him to make them feel beautiful while they don't lift a finger to do the same for him. The reality is simple. Admiration and respect are key in a relationship. If only one side receives them, the other will eventually disconnect.
If your partner is possessive and doesn't allow you to have the simple pleasures of life, like socializing with your friends, not letting you work, all of these things, it's actually not really cute at all. Don't fool yourself. Don't let them fool you by saying, oh, it's because I love you so much, I'm protective over you. No, this is control. It means they are insecure, obviously, which is an underlying trait of any possessive person. It is their insecurity talking, and it is because they feel that you are out of their league, prettier, more intelligent, I don't know, have a higher education, whatever it may be. It is a toxic trait. My advice to you is to run. Don't think, oh, but he loves me so much, or but she loves me so much. It's regardless. The saying of, if they love you, they set you free is totally accurate. So it means that they give you a little bit of liberty. I mean, you gotta allow your partner to be themselves. You gotta allow them to have their own life as well. Don't suffocate them. If they're suffocating you, it's a big red flag. So you gotta really do something about it. Don't delay it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Decision a man can make today is having a woman who doesn't work. I'm not against housewives. If a man can afford it, good for him. But with today's economy, divorce laws, and how little a man's effort is appreciated, keeping a woman at home is a huge risk. Just imagine her watching TikTok all day, absorbing toxic ideas, and if one day she gets bored and decides to leave, the law is completely on her side. For me, it's a bad idea. I'd rather have her contributing to both our finances.
I just woke up and had to tell my sister this, so I'm going to tell you this. If you are a pretty girl, there are always going to be people around you that want to see you losing. If you are an attractive woman, there are always going to be people around you that want to see your downfall. And it is sad. And it is because they are so jealous of you because of the way that you look. And they can believe that whatever you've done, you have not earned. Like, you have gotten it strictly because of your pretty privilege. And jealousy is such an emotion that is so sticky that they might not even know that they're jealous of you or that they're wishing you ill, but it is a real thing. And there can be men who have this, who are jealous of beautiful women. There can be women who are jealous of beautiful women, and they want them to honestly fail. And it is really sad. And so you need to keep that in the back of your mind, that even though you can be really kind and really nice, if you are really pretty on the outside, there are just naturally people who believe whatever you've got, you shouldn't have, and they want to see you lose it.
It's funny because it's true.
A woman's worst enemy is another woman. Here we have one complaining that others want to see her fail because she's attractive. But what she doesn't say is that envy among women is the most toxic thing there is. The same ones who claim to support each other are the first to tear each other down. But since they don't want to admit it, they blame men instead. And the funniest part is the narcissism. She thinks the whole world is paying attention to her, when in reality, people are too busy with their own problems to care about her life.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, here are some questions for you. What do you think about the woman who says men don't compliment their women? What's your opinion on modern women and their narcissism? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.